All right, good day everybody. We have made it to Palm Springs from Bakersfield. It was well over that 3 that I talked about. It was supposed to be 4 and then it turned into more. A few stops for good old Sealy here. We've got the green carpet we're starting to roll out, but he's not quite ready for that. Remnants that we found in Las Vegas one day. That was a sketchy stay that day. And we stayed there a few days. The Circus in Las Vegas. Stay with the Oasis. Don't do the Sam's Town either. But I talked about showing you guys the barbecue. So while I'm waiting for the Uber, Sealy, come. Get over here. We are going to show you what I've done with the barbecue here. So the barbecue is actually a household model Weber Spirit that you would have a full pedestal. And I'll show you an image of that here in the edit. Came in, measured it up so it would actually clear the top of the rails and cut the bottom of it off, and then have put it in the tray. It's not all the way done yet. I still do need to, got some metal strips that go across the bay so the bottom is open for the heat, and then it sits on those. Then I've got this hose here that I actually take out. Where's the end of it? And I spin it onto, I'm not going to take the time to dig the hose out. It fell down into the bottom there. Spin it in, put it into my propane tank auxiliary output. So, got the nice Weber. Now cool here. Modified these with a slit in the ends. So you can actually take and put those bad boys on there and still use them. Another cool feature I did too was I found this Lodge cast iron slab to be able to do half of it. So now I can actually throw bacon, whatnot on there, do the baked potatoes there, the steaks there. So pretty sweet. I've got the fire pit. We'll get into that a little later. But that is today. I'm going to take you guys also over to the Motor Coach Country Club and find a 2005 Country Coach Affinity that has no water coming into it, and figure out what's up with that, and then show you how to fix it. So we're done here. Indian Wells, Emerald Desert Resort here over between La Quinta. I think they call this high desert. You get Palm Springs is that way, Indio is the other way. We're in the middle. So we got some gardeners. Let's give this a cut. Let's get over to the old Motor Coach Country Club. All right, we've made it to Motor Coach Country Club. We have an Affinity here with no water inside. Got the city water hose hooked to it. So let's see what we can find out. My understanding is the water pump doesn't work either. So we're going to be checking on both those devices. So, up in behind this panel where somebody has mounted these Magna adapters for some unparticular reason, because those theoretically could have been mounted at the inverters and you wouldn't have them clear over here. And so when I went to get to these check valves, I wouldn't have to unscrew those. But you know, not every time does Brian get to do your inverter installation. So we're gonna move past that. But it's a very sad program, this whole inverter converter swap outs that people are doing. It's kind of a disservice for some of these coaches. I seen one recently where somebody had neglected to spend the 15 minutes and all the zip ties to put in there. And as I can see right here is that the network wire is barely inside of that pin. And he's went and stacked them and stacked them and stacked them with too big of wire. But anyway, behind here is going to be some check valves. Let me get in there. We'll get those check valves out, or we'll see what's going on, and I'll get you guys educated in what we do. All right, so found this. Turn the city water on, and the check valve is working, but the red hat valve that's for the autofill right here is filling up the fresh water tank whenever the city water is on. So I'm going to drain the city water tank or fresh water tank down some, so that way I don't have a ton of water coming in here. Luckily I'm in Palm Springs and it's going to be 80 plus with super low humidity, so it would dry out fast, because I'm going to get a little water out of there when I check that. I did find I have no water pump, and what I have for no water pump is I have no power to the water pump. So we're going to go inside and check the fuse holder for it and see why we don't have power to the water pump or the freshwater drain. That's how I noticed also, is the freshwater drain wouldn't work. And these red hats all to the right here for the freshwater drain all operate off of that. So all right, we'll cruise forward, get you some more insight when we get inside and get these Bussmann fuse holder torn apart. All right, so we made it inside this beautiful Affinity. It's actually had tile replaced, some mods done to the front cabinets so you get better viewing of the TV. Years ago I actually put that TV in here when I used to do the Motor Coach Country Club service all the time. But these are those Bussmann fuse holders that I'm going to check. But I really kind of fired up this camera real quick to show you where I was finding my ground. That's inside the microwave right here. So that way I've got a ground for my test light. And as you can see, as I hit my first one, I've got power. So I'm going to find which one of these fine fuses for that water pump, check it, probably take this panel out, show you the back of it next. Okay, got that panel taken out of there. A bunch of #1 Phillipses all the way around the side. As I said, here's my ground on the microwave. I can come in, I've got power of course on this very top terminal, but fuse #2 is the water pump. It's good on this side, but if you look at this side, see the wire label is damaged? That means the connection inside of here where they crimped this has jeopardized and it's intermittent. So what I've done in the past, and you'll actually see another one further down here on this particular circuit that's slightly damaged. And if you look on the fuse label, the mood lights would do these a lot. And the very bottom one that says blank, I don't know if we can see it because of the camera, but it says mood because somebody has moved the mood down to that blank location. So what I'm going to actually do again is where we've got these other blanks on location 20 and 22. Since it's fuse #2, we'll move it down to now number 22 and check the gauge of the wire, and then the water pump will work. Next thing we'll do is figure out if that diaphragm can be just cleaned out on that freshwater tank overfilling. But that's the story on the inside. Damage on this wire right here. Fuse of course was good, I expected it. If you follow on the Facebook forum from Owning a Country Coach, we talk about these Bussmann fuse holders a lot having that problem. There are some of these in the front also, and the headlights will put too much draw on there continuously and also damage one of these fuse connections. Time to time I've been known to use an orange fuse holder and bypass it on particular circuits. Sometimes even this water pump, bypass it down in the inverter bay on the 2007 and more modern coaches. This particular style coach, the relay for the water pump is in the front run box, where after 5 and 6 it moved front end. Even before 5 and 6 it was in the front run box. But in 2007 the relay for the water pump moved to the inverter bay, even though they were powered off of here. So with that power to that relay down there, you can source it from down there and not worry about even one of these connections going bad over time and whatnot. But the coach is 20 years old. It's been used plenty, so I think we'll be all right by moving one of those down today and getting this water pump up and going so they can actually sleep in here and be able to use the bathroom, not have to use the Concita. I will give you a quick outro here once we get these other things done and show you the golf course and the view out the windshield of this beautiful coach. So hold tight with me, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day, and thanks for liking, subscribing, and following. Okay, a lot of guys ask for a very detailed description, so I wanted to jump back in here. This particular coach is made with what we call in production the Lego style pin plugs, and each one has these amp plugs that are covered in silver. That's why this is kind of tarnished like this. The way to get those out is you'll actually use a pick, shove it in here, and then you bend it so it's not perfectly flat anymore. You'll see there's a little radius in that, and then you can pull it out because it'll release past the spring tab, and then you just bend this back flat with your fingers, and once you have it flat, then it'll slide back in here and lock in. Another note, once you remove these out of a location, the spring tab, like here where I've removed it out to move it over to there, that spring will get in the way from letting you shove this in. So you need to make sure that you either cut this off and shove this pin back in there, or leave the wire and everything and shove the pin back there. On the other side of my plug, there is nothing, but you'll see Country Coach, like I just said, put raw pins inside of those because they won't slide in there. So couple notes on these Lego style amp plugs. Another thing too is they are starting to get brittle in some applications. I like to use heat shrink butts if I find one where the housing's starting to get brittle, and heat shrink butt every wire together. The reason for these is the gals in the dash department would pre-build these boards and send them to production, because the gals in electrical department built the harnesses and put the plugs on there also, so that way everything was plug and play for production. They didn't have to wire these directly. So that's going to be everything on here. It was, like I said, the damaged wire there. I've moved the other one from down here that was a spare, as we saw we had there, into the water pump location. I'll relabel the box. I'm going to shove this back into the blank hole, put this back together. Next thing we'll talk about is that auto fill, how it's overfilling the tank. And then the problem then again, when you turn the water pump on, it continuously cycles because you're just making a circle in the tank, sucking it out, then going through the autofill circuit and back into the tank. So that's enough inside the coach. I will give you a little bit more here. We've got LED lighting that I had done in it when I was at another service center. These people have been one of my customers for many years, and then the MCD blinds and everything. So let's go outside and get more of this video wrapped up. All right, we've come back inside. We're gonna test this water. All right, so we got city water now. The city water autofill valve to fill the tank is not operating correctly. I might say that again now that I closed the door. It's not operating correctly. It's letting the water pressure fill the tank back. So to improvise and conquer today, what I've done is I actually took the supply line for the water pump off, and I've ran it completely off. So now that freshwater fill runs back into the water pump's input. So then I took it off, ran it back into it, and bypassed the water pump with that coupler that I've installed right there. So we have water into the coach. We'll get a new one of those red hat valves. This water pump is actually leaking through itself. I'm going to investigate it. It looks like it may be cracked, and see if we can get a new water pump. So, all right, everybody, thanks for following along. Hope you're all having a great day. Live from Palm Springs, or Indio, California Motor Coach Country Club. I did say I'd give you a view, hopefully this battery doesn't die, of the golf course. So there you go, that's the golf course. Battery hasn't died yet, but I want to get this video out, so I'm going to go edit it, drop this bad boy for a Saturday morning drop. All right, everybody, thanks again for following. Hit me up, brianmoto773@gmail.com.